how to install and design a WordPress website through a web host. In the previous video, I was sharing with you how to choose and how to get your domain name, and I recommended using Bluehost as your web provider. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to install and design a WordPress website through your web host. And don't worry, if you don't have Bluehost as your provider, many other providers out there have WordPress installed. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, I recommend that you subscribe so that you don't get to miss other important videos such as this. Now, once you have your domain name and your web hosting ready to go, you will need to choose and install a website building platform. It's also called a CMS, and we recommend choosing WordPress since it's an easy to use and comes with thousands of free designs and add-ons that make your website look professional and unique. Setting up a WordPress website is easy, and your web host mostly does it for you, so you don't really have to get your hands too dirty. If you don't have Bluehost as a web hosting, please remember that many web hosting providers have WordPress installed located somewhere in the hosting cPanel. If you are dealing with a web host that doesn't provide one-click install, try setting up WordPress manually. So the first step is to install WordPress website on Bluehost. First, you will have to log into your Bluehost account and click on My Sites, and then you click on Create Site, as you can see on the image I took while creating one of the sites I'm designing currently for a client. And the third step, you have to provide some basic information about your site, and the WordPress installation will start. It will all happen on autopilot. Then the next step, when the setup is done, Bluehost will show you installation and login details. Be sure to have this saved somewhere so that you do not forget it. As you can see on the image, that is exactly how it gets to appear. Now you have to test your website by typing in your domain address. With WordPress installed, what you should do next is to test if everything works okay. The easiest way to do that is to type in your domain name into the web browser. With the WordPress correctly installed, the thing you will see is very basic website like this. I'm sure you all always see, sometimes when you go to the internet, you will see Hello World. Most of such websites are still brand new and they are still under designing. Now, if this doesn't look too attractive, don't worry. You'll soon learn how to change the design to something more appealing to your business. Now, the third thing to do is to verify SSL or HTTPS settings. In short, an SSL certificate makes sure that your website is delivered to your visitors securely. Bluehost automatically adds an SSL when you create a new website or install WordPress. To check your site's SSL status, do these steps. The first, log into your Bluehost portal. The second, click on My Sites. The third, find your site and click on Manage Site. The fourth, go to Security tab. And the fifth, under Security Certificates, you will find your free SSL certificate status. If everything is well done, you should see a lock icon next to your domain name in the web browser. It may take a few hours before the SSL is set up completely, but that shouldn't stop you from continuing your site development or your site designing. The fourth step is to customize your website design and structure. With your bare website alive and kicking, it's now time to make it feel more like your own by picking a nice design and customizing it and adding branding elements. Starting with, the first is to choose a theme for your website. WordPress themes are out-the-box designs packages that change the way your entire website look like. WordPress themes are interchangeable. You can switch from theme to theme easily. Most importantly, there are thousands of free and paid WordPress themes available on the web. As you can see on this image, this is an example of a theme or themes that are available for free on WordPress. And if you want a free theme, which is where most people are likely to start, the best place to go is to official theme directory at the wordpress.org, particularly the section for the most popular themes. And all themes you see there have proven to be great quality and have large user bases behind them. You are free to browse through that list and pick a theme you fancy, but to speed things up for you in this guide, we recommend Nerve. It's a versatile theme that comes with a handful of status sites, for instance, design packages for different niches and types of websites. Well, I'm going to be showing you the theme in this guide going forward. Install the theme you like. Now, go to your WordPress admin interface. You can find it at your site.com/ypadmin. Use the username and password you got during your WordPress installation, and from there, the sidebar, go to themes and add new. As you can see on the image, this is exactly what you're going to find there, and there you can add. On the second, in the box, type in Nerve and click on the install button next to the theme's name. As you can see on the image, everything is clearly pointed out as I was doing while designing this site for my client. And after the installation is done, click on the activate button that will appear in the place of the install button. And next, you will see a success message which lets you to know that the installation went as expected. The third thing to do is to import a design only for the Nerve theme users. All the themes is active at this point. There are a couple of more things you should do to make it look right. You will see this welcome message. Congratulations, Nerve is now installed and ready to use. We've assembled some links to get you started. One of the great things about Nerve is that you get not just to design with it, but a whole range of different designs that are available for you to pick from. Click on the big blue button to see them. As you can see, try one of our ready-to-use starter sites. Now, as you can see on this image, everything is clearly pointed out as I took the shot while designing my client's site. There are more than 20 designs available for free, and they cover most of the popular website niches like business, restaurants, fitness, music, food, weddings, photography, e-commerce, portfolio, and much more. Basically, no matter what the topic of your site might be, you'll find a design package that fits in. For the purpose of this guide, I'll pick the first one in the list called the original. You will notice that this installation process takes care of all the elements you will need in your site. You get the design itself, all the plugins required to make it work, and all the demo content that you can later modify. Click on the import button to get everything going, and after a minute or so, you will see the success message as you can see on the image that I took. Next, go to Appearance and Nerve options to see what else you can do with the theme. As you can see on the image, I've made everything easier for you to understand. We are going to explore some of the options below. On the fourth step, you will have to add a logo, and we'll be looking at this in the next video, which will be part 3 of our tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, you might want to consider subscribing so that you don't miss other important videos such as this. You can like our videos, you can share on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and you can also invite your friends and send the links for them to watch. Remember that sharing is also receiving, and it's a blessing to share with your friends. Go ahead and create that amazing website for your business that is fully functional and requires no skill, and this guide makes the magic. Ciao.